Hey, what's up guys? Houston here. I'm going to share with you a hack that should help you get up to $15,000 real fast, okay? However, one of the things that I'm definitely going to tell you in terms of the Affirm hack that I told you about, what I was saying is that you have to have decent income, all right? So making sure that you have enough money to cover paying back the loan, all right? And so I'm not going to go back into all of that because there's a video made for that. But here's the hack that you want to use, all right? First, you want to go over to Credit Karma and you're going to do a dispute, okay? And so with these disputes, you're going to be disputing all the negative items. And so they're going to challenge your TransUnion and Equifax. And I'm going to give you a code to use as well, all right? So the next thing you want to do, you want to dispute with Experian. So with all three of those credit bureaus, this is the code you want to use, okay? It's 15 USC 1681E B, okay? E as in Eric, B as in boy, okay? That's the code you want to use, all right? And put it on all three credit bureaus dispute. The reason why, all right? So instead of you sending out a letter, for those of you that don't want to do the letter, we actually do offer the letter if you want us to do it. But if you don't want us to write the letter for you, this is the code. And what it does, it challenges all the negative items on the credit file, okay? And since it challenges all the negative items on the credit file, usually within 48 to 72 hours, all right, you would see those negative items removed. Now, here's the thing you have to understand. With Credit Karma, you're going to see your Vantage score, because Credit Karma uses the Vantage score. You're going to see your Vantage score increase right away, all right? Now, what you want to do, all right, you're going to look for lenders that do not do a hard pull on the credit. And it's very important to look for those type of lenders because you're going to try to get the most amount of money that you can, all right? So what lenders am I talking about? You're going to use lending platforms, okay? They use tribal lenders, all right? And so with these lending platforms, even like with Affirm, all right? Remember I told you in the video with Affirm, you don't want to just go, once you get approved for whatever amount you get approved for, you don't want to go and just start buying stuff. You want to request the card through the app, okay? And again, there's a full video on that. But you want to use the card instead of using the app in order to get access to the money part of it, all right? So what you want to do, you want to look for lenders like Green Dollar Loan. Okay, so with Green Dollar Loan, the interest rates is like 5.99 up to 35.99. All right. Now, even if you're on government subsidies, government benefits and stuff like that, you still should be able to qualify with that type of lender. All right. Then there's another lender. Okay. So you also have Credit Ninja. All right. So Credit Ninja is a platform as well. So with Credit Ninja, when you go to that platform, now both Green Dollar Loan and Credit Ninja, they only go up to $5,000. All right. But that's okay because some of the other lenders that I'm going to share with you definitely is going to go over that. Like Viva Loans. Now, you hear me talk about Viva Payday Loans. Now, they use tribal lending as well. So Viva Payday Loans, they only go up to $5,000. However, Viva Loans, they actually go up to $15,000. All right. And so that's the reason I say using that code 15 USC 1681 E B, if you use that code and challenge items on your negative items on your credit report before doing this, okay? Again, the reason is because they won't do a hard pull on the credit. They're usually using third-party credit bureaus to do verifying. The reason you want those negative items off is because with those negative items off, you can actually go to like a Vantage 3 and a Vantage 4 institution, and you can take advantage of those. So like I've mentioned before, like with a Baxter Credit Union, BCU, that's being a TransUnion Vantage 3. Veridian is a Vantage 3, TransUnion, okay? The reason is because, like, if you have, let's just say you have like a, what do they call it, an eviction, okay? So let's say that you have an eviction. Well, with your Vantage 3 and your Vantage 4, those do not show up. Also, leveraging the Vantage 4, I made a video and I was telling you about NASA Credit Union, okay? And so with NASA Credit Union, they use Experian Vantage 4. So that's the reason why I told you to go over to Experian and use that code 15 USC 1681 EB on that one as well, because it's going to hit your Vantage scores. So that's the reason why I'm trying to go backwards for you, because most people, they would start trying to go to like Chase Bank or try to go to Bank of America and stuff like that. They're not going to give you as much money as these other institutions, because these other institutions are like credit unions and fintech type of institutions and stuff like that. And since they are those type of institutions, it's much easier to be able to get in, build a relationship, get money. All right. Now, for you guys that are entrepreneurs and stuff like that, again, you can easily go over to Lendeska. Lendeska gives up to $20,000, and that's with a 550 credit score. So you don't have to have perfect credit for this. What I'm trying to do is open up the back doors to make it easier for you to get qualified for these type of loans. Then, like I said, you can go back over to Abbott. You can get a loan from them, because Abbott, just off the bat, if you have a regular W-2 job, or again, you can be a 1099 employee or whatever, they will give you a loan up to $1,000. Plus, they have a separate program that they'll give you a loan up to $5,000. All right. As a matter of fact, I think it goes up to 10. So excuse me, up to 10,000. And that's through Albert. Okay. So that's the reason why I try to show you the back doorway on how not only to fix the credit, but to be able to leverage yourself so that you'll be able to get more money. And like always, I told you, if you have a car, a paid off car with equity in it, you can use that car to get a loan through Yendo. Okay. And they'll give you up to $10,000. So these are the best hacks in terms of trying to expedite to help you get negative things off of the credit report. Even if it's temporarily, just to get you qualified for some funding to pay down your credit card debt. All right. So I hope this video helps you. If you have any questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, removing negative items off the credit, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.